Greetings, everyone. This is I, Dr. Hill, aka better known as Dr. Chef. I am here from Motivational Monday. Yes, I had to tune in a bit later. I know. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I did so and kept my word to come back before you all because I had to miss on Wednesday. On Wednesday last week, we had some emergencies coming out here from the heat, from the different weather that we've had. And so I had to make sure I got in a really good connected area for you all. You all know how it works. I told you if I can't come before you on a regular basis, it's always because I have an emergency and work that I have to do that causes for me not to always be before this section. I wish I could, but this is not my only work that I do here in the city of the STL, as you all know. Thank you for the like and share. It's always a lot of things to do and a lot of people that needs to be helped and healed. And so I'm just grateful that I'm able to be one that's able to participate in this. And so I wanted to make sure that I tuned in on this Motivational Monday so I could be an encouragement for you all. I know it's a lot going on. Please like and share whoever's tuned in. If you don't mind sending a greet, then I appreciate it in the chat. Let me know that who you are or where you're from, if possible. If you can't, it's okay. I understand. I appreciate the tune in and I appreciate the like. That being said, I wanted to make sure that I tuned in on this Motivational Monday to ensure that I do my part in making sure that I'm the voice of a reminder for the heat wave that we all have going from state to state. There is a map that has gone out to show all of the many wildfires that we have from state to state here in America, in United States of America. And I was just informed of this a few days ago. If I had known sooner, I most definitely would have had tuned in sooner, even if it was just for a brief session. So that being said, this segment, yes, you can, even though it's Motivational Monday, you can ask any questions. Hey there, T Creed. Hey, Tyra, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and share. Shalom. And so I wanted to make sure that you all knew in the area, even in your states, there is a lot of wildfires. I had a map. I share so much with some of my other colleagues that it is difficult sometimes to get all of that information as the weeks go by or days go by, and to remember to share it all on here. So, real. I'm meditating and praying that I get better at that. But nevertheless, because of the heat wave that's coming through, I've noticed there has been an increase in a lot of the elders and those who suffer from high blood pressure being an issue. Obviously, when the temperature changes, it changes the temperature of the body. So I would like to encourage you all on this Motivational Monday to one, stay cool. Most definitely do that. But more importantly, if you guys have access to being able to get colonics, get cleansing, this will be the best time ever. This will be the best time ever to do that because, as you all know, fall is right around the corner. We're looking at shyly maybe a month or so that's left. I am looking to do a wellness and health fair here. Ironically, it fell on the anniversary of my mother's transitioning here on August the 22nd. It's the date that I was just given. So those of y'all that if you're able to be in town or that you tuned in, you get a chance to be a part of my first wellness fair event here in St. Louis, Missouri. Just stay tuned. I will be airing it so you guys can see how it goes. But we will be presenting the new product line. I will have the support of some beautiful sisters, which we go by the name of the Holistic Angels, and also partnering with another umbrella of business called Queens Up. That's also including us affiliation with chiropractor offices and other people are that's been doing this for 20, 30 plus years that really do truly have the passion that doesn't make any excuses for the work that has to be done here and abroad. And so I am excited. I am excited coming this month. Anyone that wants to be able to see how you can tune in, or if you want to get tickets to come or catch a train or whatever to come to participate, I will give you a shout out. And I would highly appreciate the support. Or if you know those here from St. Louis or in the closer area, Chicago and surrounding areas, Indianapolis, Memphis, you can share the information with them. We will have location available at the time. So I want to make sure I take out a little time to give you guys that great news. I am still working on also another major project where soon from my hometown we'll be able to possibly have, not possibly, most definitely have access to good fertile soil and food for our community. And I'm really hoping that it inspire you all to try to do the same, to pair together with those of like minds and like spirits that want to see our people survive, thrive, and not be sick for 2026. I told you all what it came to mind, and I always have. I know it just pops in my head, but it came to mind is that we don't want this to be the survival of the sickest. We want to represent the survival of the fittest. And when I say fittest, I don't mean that you have to be a certain shape or size. I mean meaning healthy within, fit within. Meaning that as these things transpire that's going on in the world, we have the endurance, the fitness to endure the heat. We have the fitness to endure the cold. We have the fitness to endure the chemtrails and all the many different things that they're doing to unfortunately depopulate those of us who obviously have always been here. We are the descendants of some really powerful, strong people, the original. And so it just will never happen. However, the impact has taken place. As we all know, I often say it just to remind you all what my drive and what my motivation is, despite all of the many setbacks, despite all of the different ones that said that they were sincere, really, truly passionate, and really, really loved our people enough to stay in this fight that's no longer by my side or no longer I'm able to work with. Um, that no matter what, we have to keep moving forward because it's too many people here in the world for you to give up on any good thing that you have to do here. Um, and you know just call it quits. It's just too much if you don't quit. It's to say if at first you don't succeed, you dust yourself off and you do it again. I don't mean to try it again, because try is just you putting in some effort. But when you say do it again, that means it's something that's going to be done, and we want it done. Just like when you put your food in the oven and you want to bake it, you want it to be done. Well, that's how I see this wellness journey and the healing journey with our people as something that just must be done. It has to be done. Can we save everybody? No, because it's a choice. It's an individual choice that we all must make to do it. And it's not an easy one when you have uh, 1001 if not more than a million different type of temptations. But this is once again one of the reasons why I'm inspired and motivated to still come before you all, no matter how much work that I have to do outside of this. I would like to give a shout out and a happy birthday. I'm shifting and I'm moving a little fast, you all, because I don't have a lot of time. However, I wanted to make sure that I knew I wasn't defeated. And this Motivation Monday to still come before you all, and I'm going to switch through it. But I'm saying all this to say that also I wanted to acknowledge the July birthdays. Obviously, I had two daughters that had birthdays the 19th and 24th. So happy birthday most definitely to my offspring, Deja Niece, and to Naomi and Yana for making it to 22 and 26, y'all. And yes, they both work in the health field. Um, and look forward to seeing them thrive in their practices and doing well. Um, they're 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 doing good. They are. It's some trying times sometimes. I told you guys I'm always going to keep it 1 million with you, but that's the journey of being a mother. But nevertheless, you see, my smile gets bigger and my face look fatter. And I don't like this camera because it makes me look. But that being said, I'm just happy that they made it to that stage. You all keep my son in prayers. He did suffer an injury, and so I want you all to keep Kenneth Nigel Moore in your prayers. Um, he's due to come back in town. Real soon, within a few months, and I most definitely look forward to working with my son. It's my only son, my only biological son that I have, which is the father of my only grandson, Kareem. And so I am asking for you guys to stand out for however way you send that positive energy, meditation, prayer, that he comes home good and recovered, and that any darkness and anything negative trying to come up against him, that it be dissipated, that it be defeated, because he does have a great work and calling on his life, and always have been 100% supportive of the wellness that I do here. So I understand why he's is being attacked, and I understand that it's a test. As you all know, as mothers, it's always difficult, but nevertheless, I'm going strong. I'm not giving up. He has a really good, positive spirit and motivation as well, that he gives credit to me. I give credit to the universe, to the God of us all. Um, I can't take all that credit. I got it from my parents. They were very motivating parents. My elders, very inspirational, even when they didn't understand certain things and certain paths that I was going to have to take. And I'm sure some of you all have it too. So, that being said, it placed me right here, despite against all odds, still coming back, because it was never planted in me to just give up, just because something is not perfect. And that's what I like to encourage you all to do on this Motivational Monday. You never give up and you never give in. I know it's going to be hard times. I've always been candid, very candid and transparent about the things that have been a mental setback for me. But I always knew that I needed to surround myself and make sure that I be more open about when I need the support that you all often may need from time to time. So I, I hope that I've done a good deed of being a relatable down throughout the years for those who all that's tuning in, that's followed me or supported, because I really don't like the term follow. Um, but for the sake of this is what they do psychologically, I like to see us as unity, as a family, as a people that are gathering together to support one another, whether it be through word of mouth, or whether it be through you purchase products or you receive the services, and more importantly, that we be a good positive force and support system to each other when we, even when we think, because I'm a firm believer of this is a matter, this is mind over matter. So whatever is a matter, which we also know it to be an issue in your life, I got to encourage you. I got to encourage you not to see it as something that we can't conquer, that we can overcome. Every time I look up, and I know some of you guys have noticed it too, I'm seeing more and more people trying to come together because we see the signs of the time. And went back to the wildfires and the heat. I'm encouraging those, if you can get a chance to in your town and city, get a colonics, get a cleanse. If you can, please get that. Even if you got to travel here, I work with a sister now that is certified, licensed, and trained in it as well. You can schedule your appointment through me, and we set up your payment plan for you to be able to come in and get one for whatever date or time that is available if you don't have one that's near and close and that's good for you in your state, in your town. Or I am able to call and make referrals as well on your part for those you all that call in for your session. The sessions, your wellness sessions, are still only just $50. And once again, we do have the device. I can't stress enough, Sister Tyra, you know, I'm like, I can't stress enough. If you all can't come here, let me say this. If you all can't come here in the STL to get your tests from head to toe that shows you all what's going on with your body, with your health, I highly recommend you all to call me at the 314. Call me direct through the 314 number that I have in the chat, 705 I can have it set up to where even if it's a strain for you all to afford to get it in your homes, when I say this is just as vital as those who have high blood pressure or that has been diagnosed with diabetes and all these other conditions where and you're taking insulin and all these other things, or you're on a ton of pharmaceutical drugs that's been recommended to you. Highly recommend you to get this device that I have because you can't have it in your home. And we can set up a Zoom or a way that we can video record or come on live to come on with you one on one with you and your family and show you how to set up your device. If you have a simple laptop, even if it's a refurbished, matter of fact, I kind of uh, prefer that in some ways for you, and it's not expensive at all, where you guys can run your own monthly tests on your own self so that you can stop swinging it at the hip, not knowing what's going on with your health and your vitals, your body, your heart. It helped me tremendously when I was going out to Creve Coeur to a very it's considered the most expensive area and county here in Missouri just to get EKG because I noticed I was my right side of my brain I was really thinking hard on some things, and it might have been mixed with a bit of stress because as you know when you have a lot of responsibilities it can turn into stress because all that we want to do, all the things that I want to do that's good and it's positive, and it's like, ooh, not enough time in the day for us to do it. And we'll talk about the CERN and all the other stuff another time. That's going to have to be another different type of segment, y'all, because it's just a lot that I can't say on here. So I am going to have to start doing Zoom calls, Tyra. We got to set it up again to where we're going to have to do Zoom calls and put links in these chats for you guys to tune in on the Zoom calls because there is so much that I can't say that I know for sure that would be really helpful, or at least it would be informative enough for you guys to um, draw your own healthy minded conclusion of what would be good for you and your family or you and yourself as we go and continue on in this healing journey. That being said, that leads me to once again, if you guys can't get the machine in your family for yourself and you still need testing, I still have access to being able to help you all get products. Yes, there was some interference. I had to look down. I dropped some. There was some interference um, with the individual that I had partnered with. Once again, they dropped the ball. When the money, when some people see money, I've learned that when they see money, they just lose it. They lose it. They lose their minds, and we forget about why we initially started this. Well, I don't. I don't. And I'm not going to say that I'm making what I used to make because what I'm more concerned about is making sure that I'm providing quality things for you all and information more so than just, oh, how many chains can I get? And it does, yes, it does answer all. And yes, I can do more with more support. So I'm not going to deny that. However, I cannot let that be my focal point, because I can see how when I worked, when others have come to me to work with me, I noticed that has been a major issue. And this is the reason why I believe that I had to go through all the things that I've been through since COVID, from 2019 all the way to now, in order to make sure that I was rooted and grounded in understanding the importance of keeping the foundation, the integrity of love and goodwill before me, regardless of what you all may need to buy or purchase, or sessions that you need to pay for through me, myself, or anyone that I partner with. And so that's the reason why I'm loving the thought and the process of finally being presented mothers, sisters, wives that get it. Even this organization, this company where we have our new product line, even women, you all. And that's not to throw any shade at our good supportive brothers. No, not throwing any. But it is our time. It's our time for those of us who have been through the trenches. And I do mean women that have been through the trenches of being always been known for being caregivers, to finally pair together and present the business that we so desperately, so always wanted to do for you all without so much distraction and interference. I've even had to cut off others, another individual that was very supportive. But once again, once they see that, I guess we living in a time where, because there's so much going on, so much sickness, so many different traps and snares, that it really does cause a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. And I do understand that. However, I, moi, I can't allow that to have me in a place to where I'm giving up and I'm presenting the wrong spirit and services to you all. So I want to say thank you for those of y'all that stayed with me along this way. The seeing the ups, the downs, the many different changes, the different products, the different things. I can't appreciate you all enough. Just like you all say you need me, uh, I was raised with a saying that one of the elders bishops used to say. He said, "No, I need you, you need me, we need one another." And it shouldn't be so imbalanced to the point to where it's stressful for you all. And that's the reason why I had highly encouraged you all to get the testings that you needed. I'm no longer supportive of the other at home tests, because I found that some of the tests was not being, hey, Joe, good to see you, brother. Shalom. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hanging in there. Still here in SDL, making sure that I have a device. You're close if you're still here, or across the river. Then I have a device now that tests you all from head to toe. It shows you exactly what your body needs. It gives you a range. It does not diagnose you, but it does show you your levels of where you are. It is very elaborate, very strategic, very specific, and I love it. It picked up on everything that I had slacked off of that my body needed. Even the stress factor that I had, where I had a saying, and this is the reason why I also coach and I teach, that we have to be careful what comes out of our mouth when you're going through your healing journey, or if you are encountering stressful situations or just discomfort, and you want to, and you know that you need to get back balance. Um, I took a test, and that test is going to cost me $1,500. And it was just an EKG, and it was only 2 minutes. Nice, comfortable room, nice, comfortable reclining chair. And all I had to do was just breathe and let them put the probe on my finger. And it called out some things, yeah, when I tell you. It picked up my morning process. It picked up my energy, my positive thinking. It picked up that I was putting that the fight or flight energy that I had to encounter a while back. Uh, it picked up the stress. It picked up everything. Bottom line was that, Doc, this is how the tech looked at me and told me. He said, the specialist looked at me and said, I don't have to tell you what you have to do. right? And I said, no, you don't. I said, she said, but I am curious, what are you going to do? Because you're using to measure the right side of your brain. You're not balancing out like you were at first. And I get it and I understand. Mind you, I hadn't told her all of the different things that I had going on. And but she hit it right on the nose. Well, mind you, that test was going to cost me 5 installments of $1,500. Well, the one that I have, that you can have in your home. And this is the reason why you want to call me. For those of you all that want to keep up on your own health and get heads up to your doctors. Yeah, even those you all that have your doctors. I'm going to show it to you. This is my separate computer for it. All I do is I put in your simple information in this lab. It can be an anonymous name. Yes, it can be. That's even better. I got a device. Let me show it to you all so you all can know what it is. Voila. This device has it where I can take and put a probe. I want to sample it and show it to you all so you all know. On the finger. Voila. In that laptop, it scans, it shows me scanning your whole body. That's how simple it is. And then before you know it, I get up to 128 pages of what's going on with you to make sure that we can get a good balance of what your body need instead of constantly swinging it at the hip and instead of you having to try to guess and figure it out. However, I will say I've been quite impressed with some of our people that know their body, that do suffer from certain ailments, or that's going through their healing journey. For instance, a sister, I'm gonna call her Sister Crystal. We're not gonna give our last name. I love you. If you get a chance to tune in, Crystal, she shared with me. She said, "I think I need calcium." Her vision was going, and her been diagnosed with failing kidneys. And I said, "Okay." And she was like, she wasn't comfortable. I can say that with what was being prescribed to her. And I said, well, you know what? Mind you, I'm at a Legacy Award event. This past Saturday. Shout out to Zaki Gawini for the Legendary Award. Bernie Hayes for his um, award. All of the greats for the awards, the Legend Living Awards they received here in the St. Louis City Museum on this past Saturday. I got a chance to get front row seats of seeing all our greats be honored that has done great things in our community down what 40 plus years. And so that being said, I had my device with me and I sat at the table. And when she came to me, because I hadn't seen her in a while, she said, Doc, she said, I got some news that wasn't good. I said, really? And I said, what's going on? And she said, I need some calcium. I need this. I need that. And I'm like, okay. I said, okay, I'm sure I can help you out with that. Well, some said, you all got to wait maybe an hour. Go ahead and offer her the test. Gave her the test. First thing pulled up, she needed the calcium. She needed a magnesium. She needed everything that she knew that she needed and a few other things. But this way, I was able to get the range, you all, and be able to tell her that she can come back. And now she wants the device for herself and in her home because she's a wife, she's a mother, and she does a lot of good things in the community. And I'm like, look at this. Some of y'all know, you come up in church, we used to say, look at God. And I'm like, okay, so before I know it, I'm sitting there at the table with all these people that did all these great accomplishments, and black and radio announcers on, and I'm running these tests. I'm running the test. Well, mind you, I did not have a building. We did not have a building just yet for where I was going to have my health fair. Well, from that, one of the other doctors saw me running the test. And he knew what it was. He said, wait a minute, you got, well, he said, I'm still trying to figure it out. And I said, really? And I said, well, I need more products. And he said, really? He said, well, I got plenty of that. And collaborate, before you know it, I got the building that we would now need to host our August 22nd um, first health fair, sponsored through the UAPL. And we're going to partner with quite a few others. And so I'm like, look at look at the Most High. This is how He do. Our praises be to Allah, all the universe, the everything. I'm like, but what if I had been afraid? What if I hadn't been inspired by the sister? What if I hadn't cared enough and I wanted to be bougie and and look so important with everybody else, or or only focus on, well, sister, you need to make an appointment to to um get the test because we want to do this in private. They didn't know what we were doing. I think most of them thought we were just on the laptop, because you could tell, because everybody was still stopping, doing and hugging. But since it only takes 2 to 5 minutes for it to scan to give you back your information, it worked. It perfectly. She said, "I want it. I want to do it. Let's make it happen." And then I also have it set up to where when you guys send referrals, whether it's from somebody that's traveling in and out of here to St. Louis, or whether or not you want, we can set up something where it's a good deal where I can travel to you all, then we can do that. And then that way you get a chance to get the personal one-on-one time. However, I don't do murderers that knock off people. There are certain people that I can't come to their home. They have to be an open space. And I'm not talking about self-defense. Or people that's then recovered, got a pass. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'll look out for me and I'll look out for you. But I gotta put it out there because I know somebody. Well, Dr. Shell, you said you'd come anywhere. No, I'm not coming anywhere. But I will. I'll even come to the hood. I'm cool with my peeps. But you better have me some protection there. You better know your area. But no, I've been fortunate not to have a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. And yeah, sometimes I've been tested to becoming. There have been those that who tried to, make me go cuckoo for cocoa puffs, is as I like to say, because I get wore out with the saying crazy, because we call everything crazy today. We call things crazy that we don't even understand. No, you just don't know. You just don't know. Just say I don't know. But anywho, that being said, you all, I wanted to make sure that I tuned in this Motivational Monday. It's good to see you all. Please like and share. The number is there in the chat. It is that's 314-705-6264. I have been so busy. I hadn't gotten a chance to get the other number in, but that's a click away. So I will have another business line number for you. Yes, it is full every time when I'm trying to get my professional sound bite or Dr. Chef, da, 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 da. No. So you will not be able to leave a message. You want to via text that number, or either you want to take out the time to email me at drchef1798 at gmail.com, or either Dr. Chef on wellness at gmail.com, or either Dr. Chef Health and Wellness, spell out the and in AND, wellness at gmail.com. There are ways, or you can also reach me on Facebook as Felicia Ann Hill, Hill, and underneath you will see Dr. Chef. It's the one where I'm bent down in the garden. For those who are, and I do have another page. However, I have a lot of time to be on. A lot of research, a lot of other things that I have to do when some of you guys see that little light on, or I may be texting and messaging, so you can't reach me through Messenger. There is also a feature. Let me say this before you guys go, because I'm wrapping it up. There is a feature that I discovered. Remember, Tyra was telling you about it. There's a feature. You all want to tune in for this. Please like and share. That there's a feature that you can video take me for those of you all that have a smartphone, whether it's Android or an iPhone, where we can video chat. If you push the section in your phone that says video, if you don't want to do Zoom, you don't want to come on live, there is a feature. Let me help you all out here. That my auntie now, she's really using it now. She got me going. Now she won't even call me regular anymore. She's like, that's okay. I got to get her and see where she at. So here goes. I'm gonna try to show this to you all. Some of y'all may know, some of you probably don't. So I want to make sure I'm keeping everybody in mind. Let's go back. Yeah, me all up in my phone. Go back, go back, go back. Now we're going to go back to regular phone. We're going to go back to the contacts. Go back to the keyboard. Put me back to regular phone. Look, got me looking like I don't know what I'm doing. 1 second here. Let's go back. Now let's say I'm about to place a call. Let me act like I'm finna call you, tired sis. Act like I'm finna call somebody. Oh no, I'll call my business partner. I call her. And you see there is a feature. Hold on, let me make sure that's popping up. Where it says more. Some of y'all may have more. You may get it through your more. And then you see there's a yellow camera. You see that yellow camera? I'm going to do it again. Because we got to find other ways. Right here. There's a yellow camera where you see the phone. And then you got the text. And then there should be a camera. In most of you all's smartphone, there's a camera. Just in case you haven't paid much attention to it. Because I haven't been paying much attention to it. And you hit that camera. And then it automatically start calling. You can, and then you can create and share a link that way. Well, that's a feature that I'm willing to start doing with some of you all that don't have the time to sit down and go through Zoom. Okay, so that's why I want to take out a few seconds. And just remember, I have the Kirkamax. I have natural detox tea through our company. So those you all that want to be sent the link, there is a professional link that will say Dr. Felicia Ann Hill that I can via text to you, but you got to text it to me because I can't do all this by myself, you all. I need your support and need your help. You got to reach out on the number there and say, I would like, the link would be health. You can just text me health, and I know to send you the link to shop. You can also go on my Facebook page, Felicia Ann Hill Facebook page, and you'll see the link. If you stroll down past my daughter's birthday, you will also see the link there. So there you go, you all. This is has been a beautiful session. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like and share. Know that I love you all. Remember, we want to be healed. We don't want to be sick for 2026. And remember, we are practicing and thriving and striving to be the ones that is representing the survival of the fittest, not of the sickest. Okay? I love you all and take care of yourself. And thank you so much for tuning in. All right, bye bye. I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Wellness Wednesday. Yes, I'm going to keep trying between noon and 1. I'm going to keep trying to get that date in for Wellness Wednesday for you all. Just make sure that you put on there, check all so you can get the notification. All right, bye bye. Peace, love, and good health. Let me see, make sure.